An AMD Ryzen 3 7320U processor was spotted over on userbenchmark.com, and it's most likely the new Mendocino rdna 2 APU, one of the first Ryzen 7000 CPUs at large. Also looking at AMD's reveal that showed the Mobile Phoenix and Strix Point series for next-gen Ryzen mobile CPUs. The first 7000 series SKU might have just been spotted over at Milky Way at Home website. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Over at User Benchmark website, one can find a new entry featuring yet unreleased AMD Ryzen 3 7320U processors. This Ryzen 7000 CPU is most likely not based on Zen 4 microarchitecture. In fact, it may not even be on Zen 3. The Ryzen 3 7320U is reportedly based on FT6 socket and has a quad-core configuration. This is the exact confirmation of the just announced Mendocino low-cost and low-power APU for mobile devices. It would appear that this quad-core CPU has a base clock of 2.4 GHz and boost over 4.1 GHz. Given the fact Mendocino is aiming at the low-power market, that boost does not need to go much higher. What is kind of surprising though is that the first Ryzen 7000 APU would be based on Zen 2 architecture. Therefore, once again, AMD will be mixing architectures under one series. On the screenshot that we got from User Benchmark on PC relative performance on the 0th percentile, the actual performance versus expectations, the graphs show user scores versus user score frequency. So for the AMD Ryzen 3 7320U graphics, it has FT6, it's one CPU of course, with 4 cores and 8 threads with a base clock of 2.4 GHz and a turbo to 4.1 GHz on average. These, as you can see, are relative performance and insufficient samples. And on the benchmark, it shows a score of 66.4%, and the normal shows here, the memory is 51.1, with 1 core on 116 and 2 cores 232. So that's multi-threading, and 71%. The score is 71% on normal with 133 points, and under heavy load it says 4 cores on 437, 8 cores 696 with a 72% score of 567 points. The FT6 socket was listed for Mendocino in a leaked slide that surfaced 2 weeks ago. This slide also confirmed that Mendocino Ryzen 3 7320U would feature up to 2 rdna 2 compute units. The device ID listed above, 1002-0123, does not match any known integrated GPU. The Mendocino FT6 basic introduction says the targeting entry/mainstream/EDU market segments, a scalable mainstream NB Athlon to Ryzen 5, cost sensitive with platform compatible with future Sonoma Valley. The CPU Zen 2 up to 4 cores, 4 MB L3 and 2 pipe FP. The GPU is Navi 2 small GFX 2CU, 1 RB plus, 128 KB on die graphics cache, and the memory system 2x32 LPDDR5 channels, support for 4GB, 8GB, 16GB and 32GB configurations, with multimedia experience being 4 display pipes, 1 EDP, 1 DP and 2 Type-C. Of course DP being DisplayPort. Minimum audio offload, LPAP for VPB battery life, HDA 12S and WOV, VCN 3.0 with AV1 and VP9 decode, with the USB being 2 USB 3.2 G2 Type-C, alt mode, 1 USB 3.2 G2, 2 USB 2.0 and 1 USB 2.0 for the BIO, and 4 lanes of GPP, PCIe Gen 3 and ESPI. So moving on, we see that AMD Mendocino should launch in the 4th quarter this year. Therefore, one might now say that Ryzen 7000 series should launch in 2022. The AMD Phoenix Point Zen 4 for laptops. The engineering sample carries an OPN code of 100-sextuple0709-23_N, a code which has not been seen before. The family and model information appears to match the A70F00 code associated with the AMD Phoenix Mobile CPU series. This extended family/model information was confirmed last year by Patrick Schur as Phoenix processor based on FP8 mobile socket. In a tweet there where he said Raphael/RPL/A60F00/AM5 for the AM5 socket, and Phoenix/PHX/A70F00/FP8, as can be seen in the code here. Thus far, we have learned about 3 Zen 4 OPN codes, but this is the first sighting of 709 engineering sample. The Milky Way website lists number of processors as 16, which in this case means threads. Therefore, this CPU is 8-core and 16-thread configuration, most likely the highest configuration for Phoenix Point series. The AMD Ryzen 7000 Phoenix Point Mobile, as I said, the code was 100-sextuple709-23_N, while the Raphael for the desktop also has a code very similar until the sextuple zeros, where it comes in with 665-21N, which is the family 25 model 96 tapping 16 cores, 32 threads, and another Raphael CPU that has the same code until the sextuple zeros, where it comes in with 666 digits with 8 cores and 16 threads. One should mention that AMD is also developing Ryzen 7000 series known as Dragon Range, targeted at a high-end gaming system. These series are considered a counterpart to Intel HX series, which use desktop CPUs for mobile devices. That said, the 16-core is more than likely actually seen as coming to Ryzen 7000 mobile. It is, however, not based on Phoenix Point silicon. Officially, AMD Phoenix Point does not have a release date, but rumors point towards Q1 2023 release. This new APU design will combine 7 Zen 4 by 86 core and rdna 3 graphics microarchitectures. It will be the first 4nm mobile APU following 5nm desktop Raphael, now expected by the end of this year. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video so that you can support the channel. And yeah, watch another video. Peace out.